Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite or my most used products of 2017 in the beauty categories, whether it be makeup, skincare, hair care. There are a few categories that I don't have a product in and I'll talk about why when we get to them, but hopefully you'll enjoy hearing about some of the things that I have been loving over the past year. I know I'm late, but I figure I get a little bit of leeway since I haven't done any favorites videos in quite a while. I also didn't realize when I was filming that my tongue is red. It's because I was eating strawberry clouds, but let's just ignore my sugar addiction. So let's start off with primer. I don't use primer that much anymore purely because I just find that my skin works best if I just sort of use my skincare, my moisturizer, and then I go on from there. However, I am getting older. I am rapidly heading towards 30 and I know that aging and anti-aging products are very important to me, and the best way to help prevent the signs of aging or slow down the signs of aging is of course to wear sunscreen. And I've been using the Dermalogica Skin Perfect Primer from their Age Smart range. This has an SPF of 30 in it, which is just amazing. It actually has a little bit of a tint to it as well, which is really nice. It kind of just blurs the skin a little bit. It feels lovely. It has kind of like a silicone-y slip to it. Really nice under makeup, really nice on its own as well if I just want to protect my skin for the day. And I love knowing that I have that sun protection in this product. It is quite similar to an older favorite of mine, the To Save face from Mecca Cosmetic. I still use and love that, but this was my new product from 2017. When I do use a primer, it tends to be a little bit like a spot priming if I have an issue. I do have an oily T-zone, and to combat that, I have enjoyed using the Benefit the Porefessional Matte Rescue. I'm still not 100% sure if this is a primer, is this a skincare product? I don't know how I'm supposed to use it, but I know I saw Sharon Farrell use this in a number of her videos as a primer, and if it's good enough for her, then it's good enough for me. I find that it really does help control oils in the T-zone. Moving on to foundation, when going through my drawer, I found two sort of standout favorites from the year. One is very high-end, one is drugstore. Starting off with the high-end, I tried the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. I believe it was actually launched in 2017. And I've got to admit, I fell in love and I used it over and over and over again when I first got it. It's a long wear, high coverage foundation. It does have SPF 25 in it, and I use the shade number 4. It hurts me to recommend this because it is 99 Australian dollars, which is, oh, it's so pricey. So pricey, but it is a lovely product. I remember when I bought it, the girl that was selling it to me kind of said it's a little bit like their version of Double Wear, but like a lighter formula. It's a lot more liquidy, but definitely has that high coverage, beautiful finish on the skin. It is matte, but it's not so matte that you look really flat. Definitely would recommend this one if you're looking to splurge on a high-end foundation. This was a little bit of a surprise to me. I was sent this. This is the Luminous Hydrating Foundation from Designer Brands, which is not a brand that I've used a lot of products from, but I tried this foundation and I was blown away. I absolutely loved it. I kind of mixed two shades, 803 Light Sand and 805 True Beige to get my color. I know that the color range in this foundation is quite limited, but if you can find a match, it's lovely. It has quite a luminous look to the skin, like it suggests. Definitely has great coverage, and it did come out with a primer, the Rise and Prime Luminescent Primer, which I did want to give a shout out to because I did quite enjoy using that. Sometimes I would mix the products, and I particularly enjoyed this foundation with the next product that I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to jump to powders. This actually, yes, I will jump to powders, although I do want to give a highly commended to more lightweight coverage foundations, because I found that these were the kind of products, the BB creams and CC creams, that particularly for the second half of 2017 was what I gravitated towards the most. The It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream, this has been a long-term favorite of mine and definitely one of my most used foundation products. And then I also used the Manuka Doctor CC cream with SPF 20 and the Korean complexion cream from Touch and Soul. Both of these are available in Priceline here in Australia. And they're just more of a lightweight product that definitely gives you some coverage, evens out your skin, but are not as heavy as a foundation. And I feel like they tend to be more hydrating. Usually they have SPF in them as well, and they're just really sort of slap and dash products. You can really just blend them in with your fingers or a sponge or a brush, but they're really quick and easy to use. So for 2017, they were definitely a highly commended product that I thought I should mention because I use them quite a bit. Okay, now that we're jumping around, back to the powder. This product is quite possibly my favorite new release of 2017 that I tried, which is a pretty big call, I would say. This is from Urban Decay and it's the Velvetizer. And I heard a little bit about this online, but not a lot, which is nuts because I think it's amazing. Basically, it's this super, super finely milled loose powder that you can see in here. And you can use this on its own to set your makeup, and it blurs pores. It is amazing. It's very mattifying, and it helps keep your oils at bay. But where this product stands out is that it's actually made to be mixed in with a foundation, like a liquid foundation, and it's supposed to help with the coverage and help make it sort of more long wearing and keep you more mattified throughout the day. And it 100%, it works. At least for me, with the foundations that I tried, I was blown away. It tended to make the foundations a little bit more of a moussey texture. I definitely saw a little bit more coverage with them. I don't know if it was just because I applied a little bit more product, it was a little bit more concentrated because it was a bit thicker, or what it was, but it really worked. And mixing this with the Designer Brands foundation, I know this product's a bit more pricey, so it elevates the price of the products overall, but a really great product. If you're an oily skin person, I think it's worth you trying this because it really does change the way that you use foundations and can make some foundations that would usually be maybe a little bit too glowy for you or just not long wearing enough, and it elevates them so that you can use them, which I think is awesome. The other powder that gets a mention is the Fenty Beauty Universal Invisimatte Blotting Powder. This product I tried towards the end of the year, along with all the hype that was Fenty Beauty and its launch. I think out of the products that I tried, this was probably my favorite. And it's a beautiful powder. It's very mattifying. It doesn't show up a lot on the skin. A lovely powder, particularly if you're the type of person who doesn't like the look of powder on your face. Okay, let's jump to concealers. To be honest, there's only one worth mentioning, and it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I finally tried it in 2017. I picked up two shades, the light medium honey and the light neutral, but the light neutral was definitely the color that I used the most. I do have it on my face today. It is very full coverage. You can use it under your eyes, you can use it on blemishes. The only thing that I wish about this product was that we had it in Australia so I could look at some of the shades, because I found the shade range a little bit hard to navigate. Sometimes this was a little bit too dark, but sometimes looking at the lighter shades, they looked really pale. So I would like to pick up a lighter shade for my more winter skin and see how that goes. I do think this also oxidizes ever so slightly on the skin, or it dries down. So do keep that in mind when you are picking a color, but it is awesome. A little bit goes a long way, and I definitely think it is worth the hype. Not a lot of products are, but this one definitely is. Shall we talk about bronzers and highlights, because I've actually got 4 products for each of those categories. Let's start with the highlights. For me, 2017 was definitely a year of cream products. I really got into cream blushes, bronzers, highlights. They were my jam, and they hadn't been in the past, but for whatever reason, I really gravitated towards them. The Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury, I think this is a beautiful release. The product is just this luminous, just blends into the skin. I do have a little bit on today, which you may or may not be able to see, but I love the way it looks like your skin is just glowing. There's no glitter, there's no, I don't know, you can almost blend it in so it just meshes with your skin and you look beautiful. Hence the name Beauty Light Wand. The packaging is a bit of a faff, but I don't mind it because you just kind of sponge it on as you need to, and it's a lovely product. And then the other one was a very late purchase, right at the end of 2017, but I loved it instantaneously, so that's why it's making it into the videos. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue Highlight in the shade Kitten. Another cream product here, although this one is a little bit more of like a putty, squishy type texture. Again, it's the kind of product that just melds into the skin and gives you this, I don't know why I swatched there, like you guys can see that, but it just gives you this gorgeous, gorgeous glow. It's so easy to use. And again, it just really blends into the skin. So really enjoying that one from Stila. An early 2017 release was the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. I really quite enjoyed this one. It's kind of got like a pinky tone to it. Definitely more of a sheen, or a satin kind of finish. Lovely sort of day-to-day highlight. Really enjoyed that one from Benefit. And then if you want an intense highlighter from the drugstore, you need this one from Model's Own In Your Life. This is stunning. It's the Sculpt and Glow Highlighter Powder in Golden Sand 01. I got this at a Priceline event, I think halfway through the year, and I basically used it non-stop since I got it. It is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, really intense in your face, although if you use sort of a fan brush and apply it lightly, you can sort of diffuse it a little bit if you're not into the super intense highlights, but absolutely stunning and definitely one that I would add to your wish list if you haven't tried it yet. Okay, and then as for the bronzers slash contours, I honestly was very much into bronzing in 2017, which is quite different to previous years where I've very much been all about the contour. I was more bronzing in 2017, no mess, no fuss, sort of just blending all over the face to give me a bit of a color to my face, a little bit of definition, but not chiseling, if that makes sense. And a product that I like to use for that is the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. This I still think is a little bit more on the bronzy side, but you can definitely use it as a bronzer. Really simple and easy to use. It blends really easily as well. I do have it on my face today. It's quite a nice tone too, and I don't know, it was really easy to use. If you're kind of scared of cream products, something like this I think is definitely a great like entry-level product if you want to try like the Kim K highlight contour kind of thing, but don't want to end up looking like you've got lines all over your face. And then again with the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Hollywood Contour Wand. This one I know got mixed reviews. Some people find that this was very difficult to use, that it looked all blotchy or patchy. I didn't have that issue, but I think my tips would be to work in sections and work really quickly. If you let it, it sets really fast because it is quite a thin liquid formula. So I would do like a stripe, blend, stripe, blend, stripe, blend. Bit of a faff, but that's the way I would make it work for me. A really nice kind of cooler tone as well, so you can definitely use it as a contour. Sorry, I don't have this open at the moment. Again, packaging, a bit of a faff for some people, but I tend to make it work for me. And yeah, I just really enjoyed that one from Charlotte Tilbury. Then on the powder front, early in the year, Benefit also introduced Hoola Light, which I think was a really good move. Hoola is one of their cult products, but it is quite a dark, intense color. Hoola Light is beautiful. I loved this during the winter time where my skin is a little bit paler. I think if you are on the fair side, this is a fantastic bronzer. It was a really nice tone, not too orange, not too warm, not too yellow, just a really nice tone there. Easy to blend, easy to use. I really can't recommend this one enough, particularly for fair skin tones, but even if you're sort of light medium and you tend to go fairer in the winter time, then this is worth a look. And then what was quite possibly my most used bronzer of 2017 is the Too Faced Sweethearts Bronzer Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer. I think this was a 2016 release, maybe, or maybe even earlier, but I didn't pick it up until 2017. But I love it. It's again a really luminous finish. It does have a bit of a sheen to it. It's not glittery, but it's not a flat matte. But I found that it was just enough to give you some glow and lift your skin without really like looking glittery or like you've got sort of shimmer all over your face. I think the packaging lets it down. It's kind of this cardboard, the heart. It's cutesy, and I feel like that would turn people away from the product, but I would highly recommend it. Before we move on to eyes, I did want to give a shout out to the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. This is the Nakia Joy Rose scent, which is lovely. I didn't get this until towards the end of the year, but as you can see, I've already used so much. Definitely my most used and favorite setting spray of 2017. I was very excited to finally be able to try this formula because I've heard so many good things but never had a chance to try it before, and it's awesome. So definitely will see me repurchasing once I get through this one. On the eye front, I did say that there were some categories that I didn't have a favorite in, and one of them is eyeshadow. To be honest, I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that I wore eyeshadow in 2017. For whatever reason, it wasn't my jam. I much prefer just a bit of liner and mascara and out the door. I spend much more time on my skin than I do on any other part of the makeup process. So for eyeliner, liquid, nothing new, but most used is still the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing. Love, love, love this stuff. It has a nice flexible brush tip applicator and well priced, just an awesome product, long lasting on me as well. In the pencil eyeliner category, this is what I did use quite a bit. I tended to use sort of a black to tight line, my upper lash line, and then I'd either use the black or the brown just to put a small line on the outer part of the upper lash line, and I just sort of smudge it out. That's pretty much what I'm wearing today, and it's what I wore all the time. Sorry, I just dropped them. I would either use the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. I have the Bronze Beam and Black Noir, or the other probably most used would have been the Eye of Horus Goddess pencils. I have Bronze Amulet and Smoky Black. Great pencils, long wearing, but easy to smudge. I love this Bronze Amulet color. It's like quite a dark brown. Worked really well. Just made your eyelashes look that little bit more intense. Your eyes look a little bit more defined, but super easy, no mess, no fuss. Really, that was my go-to look of 2017. Then in the mascara category, I have my three favorites that have remained the same. So even though they aren't new, I would be remiss if I didn't mention them. The number one top favorite is still the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is just an awesome mascara. I love the wand. I used it the most throughout the year. The price kills me. I think it's $42 here in Australia. It is available at Sephora, but I love it, and it's why I continue to buy it. I always get compliments whenever I wear it. It definitely gives you volume and length and just makes your lashes look amazing. So really like that one. My more affordable option is the Sephora Outrageous Curl Mascara. This one is $20 from Sephora. It's from the Sephora collection. Has a nice small wand, and again, it just seems to give me volume and drama to my lashes. So I have been loving that one and continue to love that one. And then the third one is the Superhero from IT Cosmetics. This one, I find the packaging is a bit of a faff. The stopper tends to come out for me, and this has happened on multiple different bottles or tubes of this, and I find that a little bit too much product gets on the brush, but it does work really well in giving you length to your lashes, and still it's quite black. It does give you a bit of volume, and if I do have too much product, another little pro tip for you guys, I tend to keep old mascara ones that I find are really defining and separating. I'll wash them and then use them as like a mascara comb if the product gets a little bit too much or too heavy. So this is a Benefit Their Real Primer wand, and I will go through and use that to clean up and sort of separate the lashes, maybe take a little bit of product if there's a little bit too much on them, and then I just continually wash this same way I would wash my brushes and reuse it, and it's awesome. So a little tip if you like a mascara but maybe a little bit too much gets on your lashes. My highly commended on the lashes front is the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express from Maybelline. This one was a 2017 new release, and I really enjoyed this one. As a drugstore mascara, this was probably my favorite from the year. I find that it worked really well. It did everything I wanted it to. Gave me a bit of volume, gave me a bit of length, nice and black, easy to use. Yeah. Can't say enough good things about this one. Before we talk about brows, I also wanted to give a special mention to the Eye Envy Eyelash Conditioner. This is like a lash growth serum. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I did start using it again in November of 2017. I've been using it consistently since, and my lashes are so long. There's so many of them. They're just, I'm really, really happy with them. Okay, brows. Also not a lot new on the brow front. I am still very much committed to my Benefit brow products. I have the Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 4, which is pretty much my only brow pencil I used in 2017. And then I followed up with the Gimme Brow. I use either shade 3 or shade 5, just depending on if I want to go a little bit darker or I want to go a bit lighter. Both work fantastically, giving me volume. Sometimes I'll use this just on its own. I got my eyebrows feather tattooed at the start of 2017 in January, so I didn't need a lot of brow product, but those two were definitely my go-tos. And then highly commended from the drugstore, I think these were both new that I tried in 2017, the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. I don't know what shade this is because I don't know if it has a name, but again, a really nice teeny tiny little brow pencil with a spoolie on the end, awesome. And then the Brow Artist Plumper from L'Oreal, both the clear version, and then I also have the medium dark. And again, a really nice product to set your brows, to give it a little bit of color. I could use this on its own in the same way that I used the Gimme Brow, and I just thought it was a great product. So if you're on a budget, definitely check those two out. I know I've been going on for ages, so if you're still with me, high five. I haven't talked about blush, so let's do that. I pretty much used 2 blushes throughout 2017. One was the Party blush from Tarte. This is one of their Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes. I got this as a birthday gift from Sephora. It was like a little pack that you got, hence the aptly named Party blush, but it's just this beautiful neutral pink shade, a little bit mauvey, a little bit browny, kind of like a dusty pink. Wore it all the time. It sat on top of my vanity, and if I didn't want to think, this is the blush that went on, and it's lovely. Would definitely recommend. I feel like it would suit pretty much everybody, and it suits pretty much all makeup looks as well, which is awesome. And then the other one is from Luma. This one I got again at a Priceline event, and it's an On The Glow highlighter, but this is called Blushed Nomad, and as you can see, it is very much a pink color. I was very much into the cream blushes, and this one was really easy to use. I just swipe it on, and then I would use like a little kind of stippling brush, blend it out. Easy done, beautiful. This has quite a nice glow to it. Not a glitter, but definite glow, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. So yes, it's a highlighter, but I 100% used it as a blush. I don't think many people would actually be able to use this as a highlighter, but stunning product, and I would definitely recommend that one. Okay, let's do lips so we can get the makeup done, and then for those of you who would like to stick around for the skincare and hair care, you can, and everybody else can say goodbye if you're sick of looking at my face. 2017 was definitely a year of, I'm gonna move all my lipsticks closer, was a year of like the dark nude lip for me. I've previously been very much about the burgundies, and I'm still loving those, but I pulled out my most used lip products of 2017, and they're all basically the same color, which says something about me and the fact that I probably shouldn't buy any more lip products. For lip liners, I'll mention these ones first. The Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats, both in Pillow Talk and Iconic Nude, definitely some of my most used lip products ever. Probably these lip liners for sure. Pillow Talk is more of a pinky color. Iconic Nude is that one down the bottom there. It's a little bit deeper. I think my camera actually stopped recording because I'd been talking for too long, but definitely most used. And then the other one is MAC's Whirl, which is a long time favorite. And as you can see, a very, very similar color because I'm nothing if not consistent. Okay, and then as for the lipsticks or liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, I've just swatched them all and I feel even more like an idiot now because they really are pretty much all the same. Going from the top here, we have the Nakia Joy for MAC lipstick. Had to give a shout out to my girl Nakia. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. So amazing and such a fantastic opportunity for her, but also a really, really great product that she made. So I loved and used that quite a bit. The Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution in Pillow Talk, that is this shade here. Again, one of my most worn lipsticks. I love the lip liner, so this is certainly not a shock to anybody. And then I have one here from Rimmel. This one I think is a new release from 2017 as well. This is the Only One lipstick in the shade Ain't No Other, which is what I'm actually wearing on my lips today. And it's this shade right here. Really lovely formula, creamy. All of these are they're a matte finish, but they have a bit of a satin to them almost, and they are very comfortable to wear. Then more of my liquid lipsticks down here. These ones do set, although I've just swatched them. That's why they're looking a little bit more shiny. They will dry down. The first one is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Soft Spoken. That's this one here. Stunning. Absolutely love that product from NYX. And then if you are looking to be a bit more spendy, another new release from NARS. These are the Power Matte lip pigments, and this one is in the shade American Woman. Really nice. I love the doe foot applicator on these, really easy to apply. And then rounding us off down the bottom here, this is more of a like liquid lipstick cream, almost sort of slightly glossy that doesn't set. This is the Color Jolt from Maybelline. Kind of a surprise to me, another new release, this shade Stripped Down 05. Love this. Really an easy sort of everyday product. This often lived in my handbag because I wore it so much, but that is that shade down there, and that is the lip tone of Rachel for 2017. Okay, I will try and keep skin and hair short and sweet. In the hair care category, I have a favorite new shampoo and conditioner of 2017, which is a big shock for me because I tend to find not a lot of difference in shampoos and conditioners with my hair, but this one from Tresemme absolutely just blew my mind. It's the reverse regime system, so it's the beautiful volume reverse system. Use the conditioner first. So this is the pre-wash conditioner, and you put this in your hair when you first get in. It says that you're supposed to leave it for about 3 minutes, so I will put this in my hair, sort of comb it through in the length, and then I'll kind of bring it up a bit, but mainly concentrating it in this part of my hair. Rinse that out, and then you follow up with the shampoo. This one, again, really nice, really sort of easy to lather and rinse out any product from your hair. I don't feel like I get out of the shower, and my hair is really dry or anything like that. But for somebody who has oily roots, who struggles to keep that volume because of those oily roots, who has quite smooth hair, if your hair is quite fine or quite limp, then I think they're the products for you. If your hair is dry, really textured, probably not going to enjoy that because you are shampooing second, which most people would find really strange, but I love it. So well done, Tresemme. Love that stuff. I've been through quite a few bottles. The only thing I don't love is the difference in size. I basically use 2 of these for every one of these. Why? That just means more trips to the shop. But anyway. And then my other favorite product, or most used product of 2017, would definitely be my Chlorane Dry Shampoo. I have run out. As per usual, don't have one to show you, but followed closely by my Batiste Dry Shampoo with a hint of colour. This is the plus size, so it's a really big bottle. I wish I could get the Chlorane in this size because then I wouldn't run out so fast. But I use the beautiful Brunette. Dry Shampoo is by far my most used, most loved hair care product, probably of life. See, that's hair care done, nice and snappy. As for skincare, I have 4 brands that I want to mention overall as having products that I used and loved a lot in 2017. Starting off with The Ordinary, I tried a lot of The Ordinary in 2017 and I loved a lot of The Ordinary in 2017. I think the price point is amazing. I think what they're doing is amazing. Not every product is amazing, but a lot of them are. One that I really would recommend is the Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution, a great product to use sort of daily as your acid toner. And then another product that I would recommend to a lot of people is the Buffet, which is just a serum that has a mixture of different things. They do have a lot of individual ingredient products, but this one is sort of your slap and dash, one and done. Everybody will enjoy this one. I would tend to use this. I just rhymed, I realized, but I would tend to use this as part of my morning skincare routine. Really enjoyed that one, but so many others. I've got a few just sitting here. I did enjoy their AHA 30 BHA 2% peeling solution, but yeah, lots and lots of products from The Ordinary. I definitely think it's a brand worth checking out if you are into your skincare. On the more higher end, another brand that I really got into and enjoyed in 2017 was Drunk Elephant. This is available at Mecca here in Australia. I thoroughly enjoyed the C Firma Day Serum, which is like a vitamin C serum. And what I do really like is it's a very expensive brand, but Mecca had a couple of duos that you could buy, again, in that sort of last little minis section before you get to the counter to pay, that had a bunch of products in it. But I think my standout two products that I definitely would love to get full sizes of is the TLC Framboise Glycolic Night Serum and then the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. This was a little nighttime duo. I would apply this, follow it up with this, and I would just wake up with baby soft skin. Also on the high-end front, I was gifted in 2016 a bunch of the products from the Lancome Energy de Vie range, and I finally got around to trying them in 2017. And I wanted to give them a highly commended because I did really enjoy a lot of them. I finished up the cleanser completely. I used this sort of nighttime sleeping mask, lovely, like a gel product. I also really enjoyed the La Lotion, which is kind of a bit like a hydrating toner in a way. Really enjoyed this. And then also the smoothing and glow boosting liquid care, which I kind of felt was like a pre-serum serum in a way, like a precursor to your other products that you're going to put on. Very, very nice products from Lancome, smell amazing. So they deserved a shout out because I did use them quite a bit in 2017. And last but no means least was the Avène brand. I used quite a few of their products. I really enjoyed their Cleanse range. You're not going to be able to see that because it's so white, but their cleansing gel in that range, I think I went through 2 bottles of that, which is a lot for me. Really great if you've got acne prone skin. Also enjoyed the lotion, I can't say it, it's in French. That's the only thing that drives me nuts about this brand, but the mattifying toner was nice. I also used quite a bit of their Triacneal range and their Toleraine range for like moisturizers. Their Hydrance Optimal cream, I think it was called, was beautiful. I don't have any of them because I finished them all up, but I think that just proves that I really liked the products. So if you're in Priceline, they are on the pricier side for Priceline, but they are obviously less expensive than something like the Lancome or the Drunk Elephant. A really great range of products there, French skincare brand. And then last product for the lips, I've put this in skincare, but it's the Laneige Special Care Lip Sleeping Mask. This I went through 3 pots of in 2017. I pick it up off of iHerb and it's a beautiful, beautiful lip balm. My lips have never been so hydrated. I love this stuff. I just slather it on at night and it's the only way I can sleep. I can't sleep without lip balm on. And this stuff is amazing, very hydrating. Would definitely recommend. I think I saw this in Renee from Gotham Mister, I think her channel is called. It was in her 2016 favorites, and then Karima McKimmy mentioned it in a Korea haul also, I think at the start of 2017, and I knew I needed to buy it. So I did, and I went through 3 pots. Really love that. Oh, that was a lot of talking. That rounds out my beauty favorites and most used products from 2017. I know it wasn't the same as getting like a monthly favorites video, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same because you know that I really, really love these products. For me to be able to remember them a whole year later, 'cause some of them obviously I've run out of. Going forward for this year, I hope to do like a February favorites and I'll continue on giving you recommendations, but I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments one standout product from 2017. It can be makeup, it could be hair care, skincare, whatever you would like to. Please leave me a comment letting me know because I would love to get some recommendations from you guys. You guys do give me the best recommendations. You're a collective source of knowledge. So I'd love to hear from you. And other than that, I hope you're doing really well. Again, my name is Rachel and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.